Hello again, welcome back to InstantInfra. My name is Oscar, I'm going to be your host, I guess. So in the last video, I spun the wheel of the game that you're going to see in a minute, and I got a container registry on GCP. Now, container registry, I think meant artifact registry, container repo. But, you know, we're going to go ahead and do that. Jump into it. So this is the challenge that we're going to do today. But before moving into it, I'm going to play again. Play the game and see what I get next. I mean, for the next video. Let's see. GCP again, awesome. Now let's see what I get. Yeah, projects. Maybe I mean, this app it's not. I was gonna say that it doesn't check if there's already something done, so it's just gonna go and check. But maybe there's a collision. But storage bucket on GCP is absolutely perfect. I can take that and do it on the next video. But let's go and do the artifact registry. So I'm not gonna do a blog post for every video. I'm just gonna go jump into it because the idea is to have fun, not to make it, boring. So this is what I'm gonna be deployed today. It's the artifact registry repository. So I'm just gonna do a very simple repository on my Google Cloud account, and I'm gonna try to push a Docker container and see it like pull it back. Maybe not pull it back, just it should be enough to see it being stored. Yeah. Okay, so before jumping into it, Google requires you to enable the APIs that you're going to do. So if you go to the cloud and you go to Artifact Registry, you're going to see that you have to enable the API. Again, this is something you can do programmatically. I've done it in the past, but for the time being, I'm just going to click the button and get it over with. And now for the fun parts. Let's put a timer. Let's see if I can get it under 13 minutes. Let me open my project. So I'm gonna do the Terraform code and a very simple Docker file. Let's see if I can get it on 30 minutes, excluding the time it takes to apply. Maybe it's a couple of minutes. All right, let's put a timer and go. Cool, so I'm gonna do a folder called main hook, just to keep track of my thing IDs. Main, just main TF, and now we're gonna do Saint providers. I'm copying and pasting from the init, so you're gonna see just gonna copy these two as well. This is the project ID and the project ID for the one that I used in the previous video. You're gonna see it's this one. So I'm gonna attempt to deploy it in this project. Now, Google Artifact Registry. So resource. Yeah, let's say InstantInfra. For the location is. You check the documentation, they're super thorough. But dead. So let's go in location and do bar region. Next to me. Trade. And then region Europe West. Is it 2? Repository ID. That thing, and then the prefix could be InstantInfra. So in this case, we're gonna do the bar prefix Artifact Registry InstantInfra. I don't know whatever it doesn't. And then let's see what else it's required. The format. Docker, I think it is. So I'm gonna put can be found here. Let's see. Yeah, Docker, but I'm not sure if I should use capital case. Yep. That's it. Location, use central one. So you have your okay. Supply this one. Okay. Let's jump into this. As always. GCP could soon registry against one. And then TF did it. Let's see if I get it on the first attempt. Okay. If plan is play test. Oh man, I think you see the prefix, my naming setup worked very well, and I think I did it on the first run. Let's preemptively do borrow backup to then borrow. I'm gonna do a very small test. Then command echo instant. Okay, so I'm gonna build that container, push it to the registry, and see if we can actually push to it. Let's go here, artifact registry. Yes, it's there. Let me make this a bit bigger. Awesome. That was fast. Cool. So if you go to the repository in your location project, you're gonna see the setup instructions. So you can copy and paste this. But for less Docker. That Docker file. Okay, so this is the very simple Docker file that we're gonna build. Docker build X, because I'm the app selected AMD, and then we're gonna build this one and tag it EII. Then InstantInfra. Take a couple seconds. Do a Docker image ls, I think. Yep, it's there. Okay, Docker run. Hello InstantInfra. Yeah, that's essentially what this piece is doing. We are going to try to push the instruction. Okay. I think because I have this service account that I configured in my setup GCP account. This should not be necessary, but we'll see. Then we're gonna configure authenticate. Oh. Hold copied. After update, okay. Yes, let's see. And then docker push. So, force access to resources denied. Okay, we're almost there. Oh, of course, you have to tag using project, location, repository. So you have to use your West 2 Docker package dev, and then Beth, think. Yep. But you have to docker tag InstantInfra and docker push. It failed. I'll pause the video, investigate, come back with the solution. Sorry, seems I am slightly rusty with my Docker commands. What we have to do is build the, again, from the top. So I have this very, very tiny Docker file. I'm gonna build it using buildx, which supports my architecture because I'm in Apple Silicon. And now I'm gonna tag it with the, sorry, this is my enter, with the path, right? The path that I want to push it to, and the name of the container plus the tag. So that's for build. Let's actually call it 0. Okay, and then push. I'm gonna push that one, and because I already pushed it, just I was making a test. It should come up and be there without a problem with the tag 0, right? As you can see, it's a minuscule thing. So yeah, that concludes. Okay, one thing that I forgot that I should never forget, and you guys should never forget as well, is to clean up after you finish experimenting or testing. I know that we're on credits, but these things cost money. So if you run out of credits or your 90-day period ends, and you leave these resources running, perhaps a repo is not going to be that expensive, but if you leave a machine, a database or something, that can get pretty nasty as a surprise. So let's just go ahead and clean up real quick. TF destroyed. So the fingers. And that's going to remove the registry that I have. Boy. You can also do very scary, right? That flag over there, it's going to auto approve, This is usually for when you have a CI/CD pipeline or something like this, but I think it's pretty dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So cool. See you on the next one for storage bucket on GCP. Bye.